So you've
won the lottery.
You win the lottery.
Yeah. That's why I'm not bothered that I'm on the dole.
Mate, no wonder you've got loads of money. I've seen the car you've turned up in today.
Where do you see my house I live in?
You already told us about that.
Ex-council house.
So you won the lottery.
Won the lottery, mate.
Okay, you win the lottery.
Living like, no. We did win the lottery, but it wasn't.
Who's we?
So, in that office that I worked in, I think it was the first year the National Lottery started.
Okay.
And anyone who had worked in an office, they had an office syndicate.
Right.
So there was always one like flipping in charge woman in the office, you know, that booked things and did the Christmas dues, and she did the office syndicate, like where you all paid, you know, $5 a week or whatever, and then you had a set same numbers every week. And there was like, I think there was like 12 of us in the office, so it was like an office syndicate. Anyway, I was like always looking in the mountain bike mags, and I tell you what really got me into mountain biking, I'll be honest, or wanting me to go mountain biking more, was a video that Pete Tomkins produced called Dirt.
Remember it, yeah.
That, like, I used to race against Jason McRoy as a kid, not very often, but because he was from a different region. But when I saw him on his red Specialized little low slung bike with his riser bars and his shorter stem,
drifting through the gate,
mate, and he was
drifting
and
through
he was
the
doing
gate.
like
I remember
360s on the floor and wheelies and stuff. I'll be honest, because Warner was in that video, wasn't he? Dave Hemming and Scott Dommett. Yeah. And I didn't know anything about it, and I thought them other dudes were so kooky, like because they had a weird style, whereas flipping Jason had the BMX style, which I obviously related to and liked, and that literally made me want to go mountain biking. Like,
wow.
So anyway, I'd be reading MBUK and stuff when I was still in the office, and I wanted some RockShox forks for my Diamondback, because my forks used to bend all the time, but they were like 300 odd quid or something, and I couldn't afford that. And then I was at home one night, and my boss rang me up and said, we've won the lottery. And I was like, what? I was thinking we'd won like millions or something. But we actually won the one thing under the main one, which was
still a lot, right?
Well, the week before it was 600 and something grand, but the week we won it, it was like, I think most of the country won it or something.
And most popular numbers.
Yeah, and we got like, but I think we got $4,500 each.
Wow.
Right,
pretty good, isn't it?
To me, at the time, was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you know, back then, like $4,500, I'm like not thinking I'll save some of that.
No, that's a deposit for a house, isn't it? Actually,
yeah,
probably
I didn't think like that.
No.
I drove straight to Leisure Lakes, ordered a GT Zascar.
Did you?
Yeah, and mountain bike cranks always snapped and bent, so I ordered some Bullseye BMX 2-piece cranks on the Zascar, some suspension forks, blinged out to the max, like, got that, and then I just got into it. But then a few months later is when I left work, went to do the Camp America thing, and then when I was after the camp, we bought this old van, me and 3 lads, and we went driving round, and I met this kid who was racing BMX, and I said, oh yeah, I used to do BMXing. So I ended up getting a BMX for some reason.
In America,
At the end of the camp, after I'd done the mountain bike camp. No, I think while I went away to Yosemite, he got me a BMX. I paid for it, but he got it me. And when I got back to the camp, I had this flipping PK Ripper, and I went. He said, "There's a race this week. Do you want to come?" So I was like, "Yeah, cool." So I went. He was a bit younger than me. He was like 16, expert kid, but he was massive. He was way bigger than me. And we went down to his local track, and I won. I won the race. I was like, hey. And all these locals were like, there was this like real fast local kid in my age group, and I won that. And then next minute, I was driving to Nevada to go to this Gold Cup qualifier or something. So I had no insurance. We bought this van for $600. All these girls on the camp painted all characters on the side, like Scooby-Doo and that. So I'm driving across America with these 2 16-year-old lads in this no insurance kipping in it, had brown carpet. And went and did this qualifier race. I think I got second.
Is it a mountain bike race or is
no
it
BMX
race again?
Yeah. And then went to there was a race in Las Vegas called the Gold Cup, but I went off then with my Camp America mates, and we went driving around for 3 weeks. We went to like the Grand Canyon and all these other places we were using the van for. But I had my BMX in the van, and then we ended up finishing at Vegas, and then I did this Gold Cup race and won my age group and got this like trophy about this big and this flipping bright red jacket with Vegas Gold Cup, you know, like how mad Vegas is. Won all this stuff, and then I was flying home and I'm trying to fit it all in me flipping bag. But while I was in America, I rang my mum and I was like, Mum, the bikes are dead cheap here. Because my dad said, why don't you try doing downhilling? And I was like, I wanted to go back motocrossing, but I started thinking about it. And so I bought a frame in America because it was like half price, and it was called a GT STS or something. It was like little 3-inch suspension bike with like...
DH or...
No, this was I guess it was like a cross-country one. It was before the one that Petey had with the longer travel.
That's the one I was thinking of, yeah.
But it was like Bernard's bike now. It was plastic tubing bonded into aluminium lugs.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it was so cool looking thing. Again, I'm a bit of a one for cool looking bikes. Brought that home, swapped all my parts off the Zascar and put them on that frame because it all fitted on, you see.
I mean, that was like a dream bike though, wasn't it? That was a mega cool
insane,
bike,
mate.
that was.
Yeah.
You could see all the carbon weave, is it that one?
Yeah. It was called thermoplastic, it was called.
That's it,
Yeah. Anyway, I got home and one of the kids that I met on doing the Duke of Edinburgh Award, he was in a mountain bike club called the St Helens Woolybacks, because Scouse is called outside of Liverpool woolly, but you're a woollyback if you live not in Liverpool.
Oh really? Yeah.
Because you like sheep and that, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So it was called the St Helens Woolybacks, and he said, "Do you want to come on a club ride?" So we went off to North Wales, and we did like this mountain bike ride, but they were all like really crap. They were just cross country dudes, you know what I mean? Anyway, we got to the bottom of this place in Nannock. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. When you were starting out, there was a track called the Scousers track in Nannock, and what it was, we got to the bottom of this little downhill we done, and next minute these lads come around the corner with full face helmets on, motocross body armour, downhill bikes, and I was like, what's going on here? Anyway, I sacked the ride off with my young mate and went to speak to these lads. And they were so scallies. Like I don't think any of them had jobs, but somehow they had the best bikes in the world.
Okay.
They had walkie-talkies, they had vans, and they had timing sheets. Really? And they said, "Yeah, lad, come and look at this track we've built." It was incredible. They literally built this downhill track that was way ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And so instead of doing the ride, we stayed and we did. They said, come and do a time run if you want. So we stayed and we did a run, and then we did a time run, and I flipping beat them all. And they were like, how have you done that? Anyway, I got mates with them, and we went back every single weekend that winter. Like every week we went to Nannock and just pushed our bikes up and rode, and I got faster and faster until my thermoplastic bike didn't quite do what Bernard's did, but it was on its way. And I'd entered the first national that would have been 1997. The first downhill national was in Innerleithen, where I've moved to now.
Yeah.
And me, my mate Mike, and Cy Payton all knew Cy Payton because he lived in Liverpool at that point. We all went to Innerleithen, put a tent up, stayed in this tent, and there's some lad from Leisure Lakes who gave me like a helmet and some tyres or something, and he wanted me to race in his Leisure Lakes jersey. So back then there was elite, and then the senior class was massive, and then there was junior and that. There was no expert class. So I went. I didn't have any expectations or anything, but went to that race and I won it. So I was blown away that I won that race, like, because it was a national, and and then the next minute, like, up until that point, I'd never ever, nobody had even given me a free grip or a free tyre.
Nothing. No
not
valve
ever.
caps, nothing.
Nothing. And then all people started ringing me up, asking me, did I want to ride for the shop and stuff like that? And I'm thinking, I didn't really understand it.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a guy called Craig Roberts who owns a shop called Ride On, and he rang me up and said, "Do you want to ride for the shop?" And I was supposed to be. I'd started that outdoor education course, and I was just doing bits of work for my mates, helping them out for a bit of money and stuff. So I didn't have much money, but he said, "I'll give you a bike and all your kit." So that meant I could sell me bike and get some money for that. I think I ended up selling it for more than it cost me. But I really wanted I don't know if you boys will remember, I wanted a Turner afterburner.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, was it chrome?
There was a chrome one.
There was a chrome one, wasn't there? Yeah.
And Cade Edwards, his dad, I was racing against him. He was in senior that year. Tom, he had a chrome at Turner afterburner.
No way.
And I'm not joking now. I used to drive to Stiff from Liverpool to there just to look at him, and then drive home. Just drove there, looked.
Was
at
it
him,
like
drove home.
turn afterburner? Is it quite like box sectiony?
Tubes, and it had an old school BMX
Big gusset.
gusset with a hole in it.
Do you remember it? Yeah.
Hey man, what an episode that was. You did amazing in it.
And so did you.
You shone like a star.
You shone like a moon.
I shone like a Focus spring deal.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
beautiful
good.
transition.
Right, I've got a question for you, David, to kick this final advert off.
Yeah.
What would you do with up to €400
Yeah.
if you got it back when buying a bike?
Ooh, I could stay in the bike shop and spend my €400 on accessories.
Good point. Support your local bike shop. Great point.
I could take the €400 and go to another shop close by, maybe buy €400 of pasta, maybe go to the Euro
Fuels your
store,
ride.
get €400 and just, that's Christmas done for eternity. Just
True.
keep handing them out every
Lottery
year.
tickets,
Yeah, beans,
tyres,
a
chamois cream,
new pet.
a new pet, perhaps a water dragon or an iguana. Lovely idea. Well, Focus are actually making that question a reality.
Nice.
Because with the Focus spring deals, you can grab up to €400 back when buying a new bike. If you want to find out more, check out the terms and conditions and all of the details in the link. We're going to put that below, and I'm also going to read it out.
Please.
Okay, you ready for me to read it out?
Yes, I'm.
This is old school, innit? Reading out links.
Yeah, anticipation.
I'm going to do
time.
it anyway.
Please do
I'm
it.
doing it.
I want the deal.
ride.focus.bikes/spring deals TRC.
Ooh, nice. So that is ride.focus.bikes/spring deals TRC. And let us know in the comments what you would do with €400. Best answer wins a signed ODub hat.
Oh, I like it. Good.
All right.
I've got hats. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm good
Okay,
for that.
okay.
Hey, can we also put something up here that you can click on for the next episode?
How about we put a subscribe up there in the middle?
Yeah,
We're going to put a video we think that our lovely companionship will love
Yeah.
on your face.
On my face.
Yeah.
So
And
they
on
can't see me now.
Gone. And on my face, another video that we think people will love. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe. You guys are the best.
Peace and love.